Hello and welcome to Upskilling Your Teaching in the Age of Automation. Greta and I are here in person together.
Yes.
It's crazy that we decided to do this session live, and we're kind of excited about talking about AI and automation. So the first thing is there might be a lot of fears when it comes to using AI. You might be afraid of privacy laws. You might be afraid of what your students might do or what they might not do, where they might just copy and paste the AI. But we just want to remind you and talk about fear not. And we're going to talk about some strategies of how to kind of calm these fears so that way you're not as scared to try it.
Yes, and remember, fear not. That is my motto, and we shouldn't be afraid. It's all about learning and failing in the middle and learning from that. So let's see. So this is an example we did with our fifth graders. We were working on a project on renewable energy, and we talked about first what the problem with energy and pollution is. We explored different solutions to the problem, and we decided to create some chants to raise awareness on different ways we can use energy to save our planet. And of course, those chants will be shared with an authentic audience because that's what matters, right? Creating for an authentic audience. So this is the process. We use ChatGPT to help us with modeling different chants and with vocabulary. You know, chants have a specific structure. Rhyming is a big deal when creating chants. I teach English to Spanish speakers, so this was the perfect tool. I used the tool, and my students told me what to ask. So I was modeling prompting with them, and I was really, I mean, my students are the best, and I was really like surprised when they were like, say hello, say please, say thank you. Like they were modeling also, kind behaviors. So we asked ChatGPT for some examples. We explore the structures. On the slide, you can see some of the examples we got from ChatGPT. We also asked for rhyming words, which is a great way to find rhymes because, finding rhyming words is not that easy. But for example, as kids started working, I had a group come up and say, okay, we wrote 2 verses. We need more ideas. Can you ask ChatGPT for some ideas? So we asked ChatGPT to complete our chant. And when they got the information, what I loved is like they didn't want to copy what ChatGPT had said. They used it as inspiration. They were really worried about creating something authentic. So these screenshots are from the whiteboard. These are my friend's Jules screenshots because we had lots of vocabulary and material. So we created some slides with the screenshots from ChatGPT, and we also used our boards so kids could easily access all the vocabulary. And they made some amazing chants. Here you got them. And what I loved is, for example, like look at this one that you like it's hand drawn. Don't use the car if you don't have to. It uses gas. This isn't so cool. Ride your bike. Make a smart start. Be energy smart like a shining star. So here they are using vocabulary I wouldn't have provided them because I would have given them easier vocabulary. So they started to pick different words and expressions that sound more natural, and it was more enriching for them. And they also started using literary devices on their own. So it was really, really powerful what happened. I don't know, Steph, if you would like to add something.
Yeah, I just love this idea and this project because, again, it takes away some of that fear. Fear as a teacher where you're like, oh, I don't know what they're going to do. But Greta was guiding them through it. And she used this framework of kind of design thinking or project-based learning. And the students first identified a problem. So their problem was that energy and pollution. And then from there, the students started to explore. They started to use ChatGPT to help their vocabulary. They researched on Google. They found different information about pollution and some of the solutions that could maybe help, or even ideas that they had on their own. After they started to research and explore, the students were so invested that they reminded Greta to say thank you and please to ChatGPT, which is just kind of funny, but it just shows that the students were so invested in this. And then after that, they were able to create. They were able to create a product that had those chants and to help raise that awareness to make others want to save energy and save our planets because they realized that this was not something that they could just fix. They needed a whole community of people to help them.
Yes, and what I like about this that it was something simple. We didn't go above and beyond. So you don't have to be afraid. It's just little things that can model, um, best practices, and our students are learning how to engage with AI, and we are also modeling, like this fearless thing we need to empower in them.
Yeah, and the chants were just so much fun that she was sharing with me about her students and what they've created. So when students have that authentic audience, that last part of project-based learning, and they're sharing their product with the world, you are going to see them be invested because they want to make sure that it is ready for that public shine where they're able to share their ideas and their product. And another thing that you might consider that Greta did along the way was just check-ins. This can be social and emotional check-ins. It could also be about the project. But we're going to share two of them that she did with her students. And this first one uses Padlet. So right here is the Padlet. And what her students did is they had an image that was AI generated, and then they wrote about it. So you can see here, there's like little blurbs about what they did during spring break. And so if I click this plus sign and go over to the three dots, and then I go to I can't draw because I really can't. And then I can type in something that I did. So, for example, we just went to the Google Champion event. So let's go ahead and see. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's because it's a Spanish keyboard.
It is a Spanish keyboard, and this is very difficult for someone that does not use Spanish. Okay, so I typed in Google Champion. We're just going to see what pops up. And then the students would type in what they were doing or what they were excited to share. And then I could take any of these images and talk about my experience over spring break. And again, images can really help bring out more. It can help us find something that connects with us. And then we're able to write more. We're able to explain more. And Greta was able to ask questions as well.
Yes. And at the same time, we are modeling another way of using AI, and we can start having conversations with our students. What happens when an image is generated by AI? So it's, a simple activity again, but it involves so many things and it has so many possibilities.
And then this next one was a story that she shared with me that just kind of like made my heart smile. And what happened is this student or this activity, she used AutoDraw. And in AutoDraw, what you're able to do is you can come on here and you just use this special marker and you can just start drawing. And then it can say, oh, did you mean a cloud? And then students really took their drawings and made an example of it. And so this example down at the bottom is a student that got to see his dad in a short,
after a long time. His dad moved to another province, and he shared like A plus B and his and his dad's initials. I had been trying to, get to this kid for so long, and just this activity changed everything because he was able to share what was going on with him. So it was absolutely powerful.
Yeah, I love that story. And then finally, reminder, fear not. And we love this quote that we found by Jacob.
Yes. And, sorry, Jacob is a student. And I think that is the most powerful thing. This is part of one of the student talks we had at the Google Champion Symposium.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. And so it's AI, and he talked about how AI can see what in the how, but it's the educators, it's the teachers who can see who and the why. And so we need to remember that it's AI that can help us with that what and the how, but it's you. It's you who is able to know your students, who's able to make those connections to who they are and why and what they need.
Yes. And AI won't replace teachers.
No. And so if you need anything, feel free to connect with us on social media. Thank you.
Bye.